Welcome back, you guys. Happy Vlogmas. Hope you are having a really wonderful day today. Today, my name is Sarah, by the way. I'm known as Carnivore Yogi over on Instagram. You can follow me over there if you want daily updates and stories and to interact with me. But today's video, I'm actually going to show you my top 5 favorite meals for hitting a 90% fat and 10% protein ratio in your carnivore diet. Now, this level of ketosis and this level of fat is absolutely not going to be necessary for the majority of people. For the majority of people that come to a carnivore diet with metabolic issues like PCOS or diabetes, and this is not medical advice, by the way, not at all. But for the majority of people, 80-20 is going to be sufficient, but some people still have an issue getting into ketosis with an 80-20 and they want to bump it up to a 90-10, which is actually what I did for the first 6 months because I had some pretty significant hormonal issues that I was working with. And so I just said, you know what, I'm just going to do 90-10. So I got pretty good at creating these meals. So this video is going to show you 90-10. Again, you can click back to the video that I posted yesterday that will show you my top 5 80-20 meals if you're curious about what those look like. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into these meals. I will also show you the readings in Carb Manager app. You don't have to use Carb Manager. You could also use MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. They're all pretty much the same across the board, but I think it is helpful if you are trying to hit specific numbers with your fat protein to track for a little bit of time, perhaps a month or so, weigh things out, track things out, just to make sure you're hitting those ratios to meet whatever metabolic goals that you are trying to meet, or health goals if you are trying to resolve something. So again, let's go ahead and jump into these meals. This first meal is one that I really love. It is a perfect way to start my day. It is some cooked bacon, an ounce of cooked bacon, and an ounce and a half of butter. You could also use beef fat or beef tallow or beef suet if butter is not an option for you, if you have an intolerance to butter. But this is a lovely meal. Here is the macro breakdown for you guys who are curious about what that looks like. The second high-fat carnivore diet meal that I absolutely love are my egg yolk muffins. I will link that recipe below this video for you guys if you want it, but this macro breakdown of my egg yolk muffins is going to be 4 of those muffins, and they're made into waffles with an ounce and a half of butter. Again, you can always substitute out, use beef tallow, beef fat, beef suet, but this is an ounce and a half of butter and 4 of those muffins made into waffles. So you guys know I love my egg yolks. I do not eat egg whites because they still kind of irritate my stomach. Hopefully with the gut healing protocol I'm doing, that will not always be a thing, but for now, I love my egg yolks. This meal is 6 egg yolks cooked in about 1/2 ounce of butter and bone marrow, which is an amazing source of fat. And I just put the bone marrow into the oven for about 15 minutes on 400 degrees. I get this bone marrow specifically from White Oak Pastures. This is the canoe cut marrow bones. Please don't buy them out, you guys. I will link them below, but that is my favorite bone marrow. It's high quality, it's delicious. You can eat it raw, which sometimes I absolutely do. But for this one, I just went ahead and cooked those in the oven for about 15 minutes. Here's that macronutrient breakdown again, right around that 90-10 ratio that I know you guys are looking to reach. This next meal I actually made with rendered suet or beef tallow. It is an ounce and a half of baked bacon and 3 tablespoons of that rendered suet. Very delicious meal, very satisfying. I kind of make like a little chips and dip situation. And here's the macronutrient breakdown for those of you who are curious. This last meal for you guys is going to be 3 ounces of cooked ribeye. So the protein portions are lower, obviously, if you're trying to do a 90-10 type of approach, and 4 tablespoons of rendered suet. So that it looks like it's a lot more, but these are broken down into 1/2 tablespoons. But this is a beautiful plate with that nice cooked ribeye, 3 ounces of cooked ribeye, and 4 tablespoons of that rendered beef suet. Again, you could always use butter instead, or tallow or beef fat, but that is a really amazing staple meal of mine. Typically, I'll grill a ribeye that'll come out to about 6 ounces total cooked, and I'll cut it in half when I am trying to hit those 90-10 ratios, and it'll divide up between 2 meals. You can also do that between 3 meals if it's larger when you're doing this higher fat approach. Again, everyone does not need to eat this much fat in order to achieve their health goals. But if you are looking for kind of a jump start into ketosis, this could be very helpful. And if you are trying to work with healing some hormonal issues, some metabolic issues, this is another really great approach. I'm happy to do more videos like this to answer your questions when it comes to doing a high-fat carnivore diet. And if you have a question about anything, please feel free to drop it below and I will do my best to get back to you. I hope this was very, very helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.